today's the day that I actually want to train my triceps and my chest. Even though that's the last thing that I did on Friday. Today's Monday. But I'm not going to. I'm going to train my biceps because I haven't done that in a while. I did it last week, but I haven't done it enough. And I start off with some abs, which is pretty good because my abs, they definitely need some development. I've not hit abs since I left the previous gym, and now that we're here, I got to do something for my abs, man. All right, let's go for another set here. Now, last time I did 2 sets of 10 with 35. The third set is when it's going to get difficult, where I did 8, I believe, and that's when I need to, progress overload. So today, we're focusing on third set. All right, that's pretty easy. Difficult, towards the end, getting a good bicep peak in there or a bicep contraction in there. But like I said, the third set is really where I need a progressively overload. So what I did last time, like I said, yeah, it was 8, and the fourth set was 6. So I had to beat those numbers. Now the reason I didn't do 11 or 12 on the last 2 sets was because I want to use that energy for the last 2 sets, so that way I can go up in weight. That's my mentality when I do these sets. Is once I get 10, then that's where I'm going to stop. Until the next set, I'm able to do 10. That's where I'm going to stop, because 10 is like my starting point, and that is my key indicator to go up in weight. So I like to do 3 sets of 10. Once I get 3 sets of 10, then that's when I go up. Not always, but sometimes. That's been my go-to for a while now. And it just makes it easier for me. It gives me a little bit more progressive overload, and it's just what I like to do, and it's the best way to do progressive overload. Go up by reps first, and then by the weight. I believe that's called a double progressive overload. And if you're not doing that, man, then you're definitely missing out. So definitely give that a try. All right, that was a PR right there. I got the 10 reps, and it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I didn't struggle. I could have done an extra 2 reps. So I think it's definitely time for me to go up in weight, and that's what I'm going to do for this last set. Now, for this last set, I don't have very high hopes of how many reps I'm going to do, but it's going to give us a baseline for next time that we come into the gym and we do this exercise. And if you haven't noticed, I started doing this at the beginning of my back and biceps day, because this is one of the exercises that I have a hard time improving on. And by putting it first, without exhausting my biceps, then I'm seeing that improvement because I'm fresh here. I have all my energy. It's not gone. It's not wasted. So I'm able to see more progression and more improvement from that. All right, let's grab the 40s. All right, here we go. 40 pounds. Okay, that was 7 reps. Failed trying to do 8, and that's pretty good. That's way more than I thought I was going to be able to do. That's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is the preacher curl. I don't know what it is about today, but these workouts feel pretty easy. And in the past, they've been difficult. Like last time I did 115 on here, only got 7 reps and I just did 10. So your boy is out here getting strong, which is good. Exactly what needs to be happening, you know? That's a three rep PR. And I also PR'd on the last exercise. So these are some good moves, man. And these jumps, they're not always going to happen. You know, I always say try to do at least one more rep. If you can do more, perfect. When you reach a certain amount of reps, stop right there. You know, you don't want to overexhaust yourself and waste the energy for the next set. Which is why, like on the last set or the last exercise, I only went up to 10 reps. I could have done more, but I stopped there so I can improve on set 3 and set 4. Here, I kind of want to go up in weight, but here we go from 115 to 130. Let's see how the next set goes, because last time I did 7, 5, 7, and 7. So I could do like another 10 reps. I might consider going up, but it's definitely not going to be a 15-pound jump. So I'm going to have to add like a 5-pounder on here somehow. So that way I'm not like, what's the word? Overloading too much. Because if I do too much, I'm not going to do enough reps. And if I do like 3, 4 reps, it's like not worth it because my goal is to build up hypertrophy. And sure, I'll get some hypertrophy out of that, but it's just not the best rep range for hypertrophy. For me, it's been like 6 to 10 reps. That's been working pretty solid. So that's where I want to kind of keep it at. Not even less, not even higher, just good enough. Another solid 10 reps, man. I don't know where I'm getting the strength from today, but that's solid, man. That is good. All right, there we go. Let's see how successful we're going to be for set number 3 with an extra 5 pounds on here. Well, that was another 10 reps, 11 actually, with an extra 5 pounds. So that's 120, man. That's another PR, man. That's 3 PRs in one day. Now, do I keep it at 120 or do I go up another 5 pounds? I need to find a 10 pounder. I need to find a 10 pounder. Let's see if this is going to work. I guess that's kind of works, right? Here we go. 125. I'm going to call it 10 reps, even though I think the last one was like a very close full range of motion rep. But I'm going to call it 10 because it was close enough. I mean, hey, man, that's another fucking solid PR, man. Dude, I don't know what the fuck I ate today. I do know what I ate. My girlfriend made some steaks, some sweet potatoes, not sweet potatoes, but delicious potatoes. And I think that's the reason why I'm like fucking hitting these PRs, man. Like I have the energy for it, man. I'm fed. Man, life is great, man. Life is fucking amazing. Let's move on to the fucking row machine I like doing. don't know what it is about this exercise, man. Or not this exercise in general. Every single exercise that I've done today, because I'm hitting some fucking PRs, man. Last time I got like 7 or 8 reps on this with the exact same weight for the first set. I just did 11, man. Like I'm feeling pretty good, man. And I think it's because my rest periods are actually longer right now than they are when I come with my sister. Because even though we still take our rest periods, it's not as long, you know? And I think that's one of the factors that is contributing to me hitting these PRs, because the longer I'm able to take between sets, the more energy my body has to pull the weight again, you know? And it's been working so far. It's also like, I think the steak that I had today, the potatoes, the asparagus that I ate, literally right before I came into the gym, that is what I had as a pre-workout meal. I wish I took a picture of it. But that's what I had, man. And I'm hitting some fucking PRs. So I think it's a combination of both, you know? It just shows you that, you know, nutrition and your pre-workout meal have a huge factor in how you work out and what you do and how well you do it. And your sleep as well. You know, I'm gonna go home, take a shower, have a protein shake, and go to sleep. I'm gonna get some good sleep too. All right, let me add 5s on each side.